Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to the glory. This is season 1, episode 2. And you folks said I wasn't ready for this. 100,000% correct. I don't know where this is going to go, but it's just a wild, wild story.
Yeah, usually I'm ready, willing, and able to start new shows, but I was not ready for that. But hey, this has been very intriguing. I cannot wait to dive into more.
Yeah, guys said we weren't going to be ready for this, and that term gets thrown around a lot. You know, you're not going to be ready, but I don't think anybody can really be ready for what we watched in the last episode. So let's get to it, I guess.
Yeah, I really hope there's some peaks and valleys, because if it's 15 more episodes of episode 1, this is going to be an interesting ride, to say the least. Let's go!
Uh-oh. Looks like my garage door opener just called it quits.
All right, this should be a quick and easy job. All we have to do is replace the motor. I'm thinking maybe an hour tops.
You want me using this ladder?
Hey, look, the other guys brought the fiberglass ones out to another job. This is all we had left at the shop. I'm sure it's gonna be just fine.
Looks like Noah used this thing to build the ark.
Guy, it's gonna be just fine. It's a quick, easy job. We're not going up that high. Just don't worry about it. Look, I'm counting on you.
Counting on you. Counting on you. Counting on you. You know, he's always counting on me. Let's look at this thing. Oh no. Oh. My leg. My leg.
You're gonna need some help with that. Your injury could be worth millions. You should consider calling Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client. But this guy is worried. He doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. Morgan & Morgan will fight for every penny you deserve. And guess what? The fee is absolutely free, unless you win. But this guy doesn't want to sue his boss, even though he hasn't gotten his surgery bills covered in the last 6 months. When you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing the insurance company. If you've been a victim in a workplace injury or any other personal injury, you can click the link in the description, www.forthepeople.com/medicine, to see if you have a case. This guy did. Now he's back in the game.
Yeah.
Kind of worried when we get flashbacks now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just stalking everybody.
뭘 봐?
저거 맞으면 더 잘 그리냐?
저거 맞으면 내 말을 더 잘 듣지.
500g 아껴 펴라.
오늘도 1년은 양식을 주셔서 이 거지 새끼 500g 좋아하네.
약쟁이냐니 예술가인 척 하겠네. 그런 거 꽂고 있으면 모나리자 그리냐?
넌 아는 게 모나리자밖에 없지? 똥 닦을 때 봐서. 인생이 불쌍해서 봐주는 거니까 그만 좀 꺼져.
Oof. Wow.
Oh, sad.
피곤. 나 태워서 가면 안 돼?
바카스 사 먹고 공항버스 타. 선약 있어.
Ooh.
Oh.
Take the train. Bus, but
죄송해요.
quoting another movie.
갑자기 피팅룸에 물이 새서요. 대신 제가 10% 빼드릴게요. 안 입어보셔도
Don't even know if it
딱
fits.
언니 거네요.
Well, 10%, Mason Quinn.
That's not enough. What if it doesn't fit? Then what?
And then you return it.
This is why.
That's why we got the warning.
Is he the owner of the store? Is that why she blocked it off?
내가 왜 이 편집샵 이름을?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Good call. Good catch.
It's still itchy.
Man, and with the internet, she can look at this stuff every single day and have it in her face all the time.
Well, in 2012, Twitter and Facebook were top apps.
It would have been
right?
Twitter and Facebook. Instagram wasn't around in 12. I think it came in early 13 or maybe late
MySpace.
2012. I think MySpace.
MySpace was
good
on
and
it.
dead
Yeah, well,
by 12.
If not, it was well on its way out.
He still has his MySpace.
요샌 인스타로 슬슬 갈아타더라고요.
Yeah, late 2012. Yeah.
그러니까 지금이라도 생각 바꾸라니까요. 복수는 그냥 더럽고 험하게 하는 거죠. 몸에 그림 있는 오빠들 좀 안다니까요. 보육원에서 같이 큰 오빠들.
You know, she
그
wants to do it
오빠들이
herself.
사람도 죽여줄까?
Oh.
진짜 죽일 거면 모를까. 여기까지 왔는데 어설픈 가해자가 될 순 없어.
A sloppy Avenger.
그래서 좀 더뎌도 차곡차곡 가야 해.
Yep.
맞아요. 반은 왔어요, 언니. 박연진 그 쌍년 결혼 기사 났더라고요, 오늘. 봤어요?
얼마나 좋단지. 종교가 없으면 좋은 점이 뭔 줄 알아, 성희야? 갈 곳이 이미 정해져 있다는 거야. 지옥.
Very pragmatic.
사는 동안 착했던, 악했던 도착지가 오로지 지옥인 거면 투스텝으로 가려고.
Okay, it was go.
The game.
That was the game.
That's the game that they show in the opening credits.
Yeah.
내가 추는 춤 아직도 보고 싶길 바래, 연진아.
Oh.
No, is she okay?
Oh,
No.
is this going to be like a Walter White type thing?
이번엔 그래도 가까운 데서 시비가 붙어서 빨리 실려왔어요.
하여간 이 자식은 오프를 주지 말아야 돼요.
그 사이코 새끼 요새 계속 TV에 나오거든요. 재판 결과 나와서.
진짜요? 전기를 끊어버릴 수도 없고. 10DW에 비타민 BC 믹스해서 놔주세요.
Wow.
Holy shit, are you thinking what I'm thinking? These two wake up, start talking, get a deal going between each other?
I'm thinking either that or she has some kind of disease.
What is this music? Oh, dude, I was going to
Well,
say.
Yeah, but
Transition.
still,
Oh, what a transition.
Yeah.
when they showed them with their hands almost touching.
진심으로 결혼 축하해, 연진아. 미안하지만 축의금은 준비 못했어. 근데 뭐 인생의 경주사가 결혼식만 있는 건 아니잖아.
잘 썼길래 2번 보는 중이야. 왜 맨날 지를 겁을 먹니? 다른 기상캐스터들이 다 나 욕하는 거 알지? 자기 원고 하나 못 쓰는 게 무슨 기상캐스터냐고. 네? 눈 좀 그렇게 뜨지 마. 너 다 알잖아. 여권 있니?
아니요.
만들어. 이번 휴가 때 가고 싶은 나라 정해서 오고. 원고 좋다.
진짜요? 감사합니다.
I was going to say she hasn't changed much from high school, but she has a little bit.
Yeah, but it could be a big swerve.
Yeah, what's in it for her?
What's she gonna
It's
say
all
now?
about herself.
순돈으로. 방금 내가 제 하늘이 됐어.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never mind. Still hasn't changed from high school.
Well,
We've all been there.
gotta take those guys out more often.
Hey.
개새끼 산책 시킬 땐 똥을 안 싸고 꼭 집에 들어오면 싸. 개새끼 아니고 루이 11세. 루이가 지금 11세라 늙어서 그래. 젊은 네 새끼는 왜 그럴까? 나 왜? 뭐? 너 손대냐? 헐. 야, 이사라가 그러던데 네가 자꾸 자기 떨 뿌린다고?
Busted.
모르는 게 아니고 사라 걱정돼서 한이 만나 살. 야.
Jeez.
Oh, here we go.
나는 물려받을 게 많잖아, 명호야. 네가 약 빨고 운전해서 너 때문에 내가 일찍 죽으면 억울하겠니? 안 억울하겠니? 대답해.
Yeah, you can't have your driver doing that. Might make him drive real slow.
Like 7 under. By the way, she's doing great with like her education because now she's tutoring.
Oh, how is this gonna play out?
I like this shot with the curtain going in and out.
Yeah. Oh, you don't just start ripping that stuff out.
5분 정도 꾹 누르세요.
She's like one of the first people to ever help her with anything.
Yeah.
Oh man.
여기 환자 어디 갔어? 가던데? HCT 수치가 이 지경인데 그냥 갔다고?
나 막 치료하는데
넌 막 확. 그냥 더 쳐자. 움직이지 말고. 수액도 다 안 맞고 갔네.
뭔데? 주가. 영양실조? 자 그럼
You
수업
would barely
시작하기
see her
전에
eat.
Yeah, it looked like she was about to right as she passed out.
Yeah.
멀쩡하게 생긴 친구? 누군가 전에 내 수업을 듣는 학생은 아닌 것 같은데? 안녕하십니까 교수님. 예, 도강 중입니다. 부디 허락만 해주신다면. 그럴 리는 없고 누구야? 누가 훌륭해서 따라왔어? 고추가도 교수님입니다. 예, 존경하고 사랑합니다. 아유, 어떡해. 나 유부남이야. 나가.
Mary, get out.
Out.
유부남이신 줄은 몰랐네요. 그럼 가보겠습니다. 자수해. 누구야? 누가 이렇게 훌륭해?
Be a shame if she had a relationship develop and it got into the way of her plans.
Yeah.
Maybe that would happen, but I doubt it.
That was a big smile.
선배님,
Oh. Oh, right past you.
나 동아리 후배놈들 밥 사주러. 점심은 안 먹으면 같이 가자고.
Oh. Are you a good drinker? Oh, she's
she
doing the
do.
look back.
Oh,
Oh, more look side, but
Well, is that more out of why is this guy here or
I don't know.
처방전도 없이 그냥 가셔서 처방전 들고 갔어. 본인 상태 모르시는 것 같아서요. 6개월은 반드시 빈혈약 드셔야 돼요. 지금 수치면. 학교에 들고 갔던 처방전은 이제 못 쓰니까 다시 꼭 검사 받으시고 약 꼭 드시고.
okay. At least not something real bad.
바둑 좋아하세요?
둘 줄 아세요?
어마어마하죠.
You know, I could show you.
바둑은 얼마나 배우면 잘 두는 사람 이길 수 있어요?
누구를 이기고 싶은데요? 이세돌?
이세의 돌이 누군데요?
과외가 필요하실 것 같은데 해드려요? 바둑 과외?
늦은 시간도 가능할까요? 저도 과외가 있어서.
Coffees.
All right, opening up a little bit.
제가 흙 잡는 거죠? 처음이니까.
상수하수는 안다는 거고 착수해보세요.
all right, get to see it in action.
자, 바둑을 한마디로 정의하면 집이 더 많은 사람이 이기는 싸움이에요. 그래서 끝에서부터 가운데로 자기 집을 잘 지으면서 남의 집을 부수면서
Oh,
Okay.
침묵 속에서 맹렬하게.
she's taking that to heart and not for
A
the
battle
game.
fought fiercely in silence. That's
That's why I think she has a little smirk. Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Look, I'm not trying to jinx anything, but we're almost 30 minutes in. I gotta say, was not expecting how
No, it seems like
compared
they
to
had
the
to,
last one.
they
I
had
was
to
ready for
set
the
the
hammers
bar,
to start dropping.
set the bar with that first episode, and now you're in the world, and now they can tell the story. Like you said, if it was 15 episodes, that'd be rough.
Fuffin wanted to go to a park and watch where all the people played chess and stuff too.
Well, they've been
Look at
there.
this
This'll
time.
be awesome.
seasons are changing.
To go
too.
to like here too. Watch go.
Wow, that was a quick couple months that went by, so we gotta assume that she's
한의대생은 아니지만 그래도
Lightning up?
국가고시엔 역시 청심환이죠. 다음 주가 임용고시더라고요. 이번엔 꼭 붙으라고.
Oh.
그동안 고마웠어요. 과외해줘서. 꼭 좋은 의사 돼요.
우리 이제 안 봐요? 아직 과외해야 돼요. 나 한 번도 못 이겼잖아요.
선배는 내가 이기고 싶은 사람이 아니거든.
교사는 인간에 대한 깊은 애정이 절대적으로
Another time jump.
215.
양질의 교육을 실천함에 있어서
So they've been playing for 3 years.
2015년 그해 봄이 난 참 좋았어. 난 2번의 도전 끝에 임용이
Passed on
붙었고
my second try.
넌 고맙게도 엄마가 됐으니까.
Oh boy. Back to that.
가을에 태어날 네 아이의 이름을 난 100개도 넘게 지어봤어. 건배도 내가 대신했어. 타락할 나를 위해, 그리고 추락할 너를 위해.
All right, 2021.
2021. Covered 9 years in this episode so far.
We saw those in the intro.
Yep. Those Ferragamo?
경태,
상현이랑 술 마신다고 나오라고. 시간이 몇 시인데 미친놈들.
둘이?
그럴 리는 없지.
나가고 싶은 거 아니야?
딴 나가 만나는 애들 봤어 안 예뻐.
나가고?
얼마나 예쁜데.
경대 씨 말이야. 마마보이에 재미도 없고 회계사인 거 말고 무매력인데 맨날 여자가 바뀌잖아. 난 그게 이해가 안 갔거든. 근데 혜정이 덕분에 그 이유를 알았잖아.
이유가 뭔데?
호텔 로비 화장실에서 했대. 둘이 호텔 키 받다가 서로 뜨거워져서.
제 새끼.
난 궁금한데 좁고 문 밖에 누군가 있고 대리석은 차갑고 너랑 난 뜨겁고.
넓은 것만 빼면 여기도 비슷한가?
She piecing back together shredded stuff.
Yep, that's what it is.
Building numbers, details. Tester. Holy shit.
Or Jimmy McGill's brother could do that.
Better call Saul.
Oh.
Haven't seen that word in a while.
Bequeath.
Cialis.
출근 괜찮아? 서울까지 왕복 2시간인데.
안 퍼지고 좋아. 오빠가 그랬잖아. 결혼하고 퍼지는 여자 싫다. 새벽 2시 기상, 공복줄 넘기, 3시 출발?
오.
그럼 맞을 것 같아.
2 in the morning.
담배 바꾼대?
어.
Gotta assume he doesn't like that.
그
Oh.
승무원하는 친구.
And he notices things.
우리 애길 술안주 사는 게 싫은 거지.
오빠는 왜 껴? 술안주가 나였나 본데 신경 안 쓰이게 할게.
What is that look?
Classic. It's like you're outside.
밖에 나갔다 오면 뭐부터 한다?
언니, 나 손.
Oh no, please don't let anything happen to her.
놀래라. 방금 봤어? 내 모성 본능?
연진이도 흡연했으면 뭐부터 한다?
귀여워.
They have quite the interesting life.
와. 이따 왜 이렇게 지랄이야? 근데?
Doing that thing like on Jerry Seinfeld where they would wear people's clothes from the dry cleaners?
Must be.
못 샀니? 남친이 갤러리 갔다가 내 생각이 났대.
혜정아, 이사라가 네 남친이야?
너 진짜 그동안 손님 옷 입은 거야?
내가 그랬잖아. 네 옷 맡기면 그거 딱 입고 올 거라고. 그래도 안목은 있어. 그 많은 옷 중에 딱 네 옷 고른 거
Oh,
보면.
what is she doing with that?
국내에 딱 2벌 들어온 건데 하여튼 이거 눈깔만 높아져가지고.
Dude, they're doing this to each other?
예정,
Yeah.
정신 차려. 너 그때 문동은 아니었으면 너였어.
Oh.
Oh. Why would you hang out with these people?
거기서 내 얘기를
Oh no.
술이나 먹고 몸이나 놀리지. 왜 주둥이를 쳐 놀리냐고.
She's trying to set him up?
우정만으로 우정이 되니?
Why are they?
좀 주둥이 조심하고.
Why would she be friends with her and hang out with her?
한도에 맞게 들자. 알아들었으면 끄덕여.
미안해. 이 원피스는 내가 다시 드라이해서.
야, 미친 씨발. 가슴 다 늘어났어. 그냥 너 쳐 입어.
Dude, it's almost like what comes around goes around in a way. They were very harsh. as
Yeah,
kids.
you're at the
I was thinking the Trailer Park Boys.
comes around is all around. Oh, she's gonna make herself feel better with some selfies.
Yeah.
And then throw it up on
Get
Instagram.
that dopamine hit.
친구들 선물. 얘들아 고마워. 서프라이즈. 키케 박연진과.
3월의 첫 주말을 앞두고 날씨가 변덕을.
Wow.
사찰 주변에 나무들을 핀 봄꽃들이 화사한데요.
And now we're caught up.
주말 등산 계획이 있으시다면
아침마다 날씨 채널을 봐요.
Still thinking of her.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is he going to start putting pieces together?
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is he going to start helping her maybe once he finds out more? But I mean, who knows? She doesn't seem to be the type to let people into her life.
아, 비 존나 오네. 재준이가
Seth
전화했지?
Rollins jacket.
니트 몇 개 보내라.
You could pull that off, Diamond Dave.
Yeah, back in wrestling day.
Gotta match
Your
that
entrance
hat.
jacket. Oh, that'd been, yeah.
It's not going to fit over that man bun you got, though.
Oh, you don't, because you wear it like that. You wear it forward.
Getting ready to moonwalk with that thing on.
Oh.
운동원이다. 맞네.
Look at the shoes.
Yeah.
야, 이런 우연이 있나? 나 손명호. 기억하지?
기억하지?
Oh, yeah.
되게 오랜만이다.
Do I remember you?
와.
Oh, this is the asshole.
어떻게 지냈냐?
Oh, they all were, but.
구두 사게?
아니,
And then bam.
그냥 신어만 본 거야.
벗지 마. 너한테 딱인데 왜? 신어봐. 거울 봐봐.
What does she got going on here?
I want to say step one, Dave.
Setting them up.
Those are the same shoes.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Well, her goal was.
뭐 마실? 여기 뭐 다 있어. 여기 내가 그냥 다름없는 곳이야.
Sorry, basically.
You guys,
술, 물, 커피. 뭐 줄까?
커피.
you guys remember the first Punisher with Tom Jane?
Not really.
Thomas Jane, yep.
I'm getting some his strategy vibes going on here. Is that an agreement answer?
We'll see how it plays out.
여기
I see.
정말 너 가게야?
Whoops.
뭐 비슷해.
More or less. I'm a gopher for my boss.
Pretty much.
전화 왔어. 왜 전화 안 받니? 그때 세탁소에 맡긴 옷이랑
There you go. Big shot.
나 없으면 아무것도 못 한다니까. 전재 중.
변한 게 없구나. 아직도 전재중 심부름.
Oh.
내가 선생되고 너가 개사료 사다 주는 동안
Oh.
나 골프장도 받고 이런 가게도 하고.
Is he-
그래서 네 거 시길 바랬네. 잠깐.
병만 주던가 약만 주던가.
She's planting a seed in his head.
Yep.
나 아직 여자도 때려.
What a piece of shit.
Wow.
나 말고 다른 샌드백은 어때? 그거면 여기 진짜 다 네 거 될 것 같은데.
뭔 개소리야.
내가 최근에 뭘 좀 알게 됐는데 내용이 세서 혼자는 감당이 안 돼서.
Gonna turn them all against each other?
Boom.
그걸 왜 너한테 하냐고. 걔네 밟고 싶은 마음 넌 알 것 같아서.
She straight up told him.
Yeah.
난 그때도 사실 네가 제일 무서웠거든. 다른 애들보다.
Playing into his ego.
Let's put this little seed right there.
뭔데? 내용이 뭐가 센데?
She's gonna set all these people against each other.
Yes.
근데 선배님은 항상 그 시계 차고 다니시네요.
아버지 척벌령 받으시고 사신 시계인데 아들한테 물려주고 싶으셨대. 왜 그런 전통 만드는 거 로망 있으셔.
귀여우세요.
근데 나이 드셔서 요양사며 병원비며 만만치가 않다. 그래서 이번에 꼭 붙어야 되는데 장학사 시험. 와이프가 새벽 기도까지 다녀.
효과 있어요? 저는 이렇게 또 스스로 한 발짝 쉬는 통 저를 돕지 않아서요.
아, 너도 뭐 기도해?
Is she ever?
이번에 선배님 꼭 붙으시라고요. 꼭 붙으세요, 선배님. 제가 진심으로 응원하니까.
그래 고맙다. 근데 너 술 마시니까 눈이 참 예쁘다.
아닌데, 전 다리가 더 예뻐요.
Didn't he just say my wife and I pray?
Yeah, he certainly did.
원하시던 그 빌라에 공실이 나왔어요. 도장 들고 오세요.
Oh, there it is. With a view.
A hell of a view.
I love how they add the detail every
We
time.
didn't catch that first episode. Well, I don't think they really showed us.
They didn't really show us.
But that's all.
Which now explains everything why she busted in and saying what she did. And she's snooping through their garbage.
이거 필요한 거 아니에요?
Oh.
Oh
no. Oh, it's the.
Was it the lighting?
No, it's a housekeeper, not her.
Well, yeah, I knew it was.
I think you were referring to like
It looked like bruises. It looked like she had bruises on her
Yeah.
cheeks. That's why.
이봐, 신은 날 돕지 않는다니까. 재단 이사장 집 고영인이 눈치도 빠른데 인내심까지 강할 필요는 없잖아.
Oh.
She's been taking all of her shredded papers.
원하시는 게 돈이면
돈 아니에요. 신고할 생각도 없어요. 이걸로 뭘 하고 싶은지 모르겠지만 반년을 이러는 거 보면 뭘 해도 할 사람 같아서요.
같은 편 먹고 싶어요.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. All right.
Yep.
나도 그쪽 도울 테니까.
I'll help you out.
Oh, we got the music.
So please help me too.
What does she need?
구체적으로 뭘 원하시는지.
Take him down.
내 남편을 죽여줘요.
Oh.
I think you got the wrong idea.
What a slight
So
twist.
is she have bruises from her husband, or is that just the lighting?
No, it was just the lighting. But
Oh, wow.
huh. Well, gentlemen, what of
Wow.
what a night and day episode
yeah.
from episode 1 to 2, which I'm happy, by the way, because that we went from heavy to all right. Here's the story,
Right.
building block on top of that.
Yeah, I am incredibly happy that this episode went the way that it did, because that first one, we talked about it. I don't know if I made the cut, but if this entire series was essentially that same episode kind of over and over again, but in different ways, I mean, you're talking about that's pretty much unwatchable for 15 episodes of that. I don't think I could handle
15,
that.
Well, 15 more from the first, but 16 total.
Yeah, 16 total. But absolutely loved this episode. It kind of took me a minute when we started it to kind of figure out where we were going. Were they going to have a little bit of levity in here? And they did, but they still kept with the theme that she's after revenge. And this is going to be just brilliant, because it's going to be a whole story. We've got, an entire season of, I think, anyway, I would assume, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that maybe the big revenge happens at the end in the last episode. That being said, I hope that that's the case, because I'm here for however many, 14, 15 more episodes of this. Our lead here going around, setting everything up, planting the seeds. She knows so much about everybody. She knows exactly how to prey on their strengths and weaknesses, how to work their egos, what they want. The young lady with the dress, I'm sure she's going to be going after her next, saying, hey, how'd you like to be queen bee, or something like that. I mean, it might not be that simple, but we're seeing with her enemies the weaknesses that they all kind of have and how that can be exploited. So I think it's just going to be a brilliant season here. And again, I'm really glad that it's going the way it is now. When she first tipped over and got admitted to the hospital, I was thinking, are we going to go like a Walter White type route where she has some kind of like a terminal illness that, this is her one mission in life, and that's all she wants to do before she, checks out, essentially.
And not to dismiss what she's going through.
No. I mean, anemia is a serious thing if you don't take
like
care
you're
of
on a
it.
time clock kind of.
Right. She has, and they talked about patience in here, and that's the thing, man. When somebody's motivated and it's all they have in life, they will take all the time in the world, and she'll take all the time in the world to make sure everything is perfect. She'd do what she has to do. She took the time to put together all the little strips of paper to get the information that she needed there. There's some parts of this episode that I was a little confused on, that I think I'm gonna have to go back and maybe check like a Wikipedia or something to kind of just confirm what I was thinking, because I think there's a few things I either missed in the subtitles or maybe missed exactly what the angle was. So I'm going to go back and check those out on my own, but that certainly doesn't take away from just a fantastic episode here. And you remember how much we loved Death Note for the cat and mouse thing that was going on. I'm getting just a slight little bit of that vibe in this show, and that we do kind of have a cat and mouse, but our cat is chasing a bunch of different mice and is not afraid to be patient about it. Look, this was a fantastic episode. I'm so glad it went the way it did, because now I feel like I can actually take a breath. I can sit back and maybe enjoy it a little bit for the great storytelling that they're going to have and not be so traumatized by what I saw. So I'm super pumped now going forward to kind of figure out exactly what this show is. And I'm super excited for this. Thank you all so much for recommending it.
Yeah, the big thing for me was we knew she was obviously the main baddie that she's going to go after. We knew that she was obviously evil in high school, and we see that hasn't changed. At first, it was like, hey, maybe she changed a little. And then no, she said, with just a little bit of money, I'm a god to her. Mm-hmm. Like, that was basically her words. And then one of her friends, well, friends, she basically told her that, hey, you were one step away from being the one that we were going to rip on the whole.
They're going to grill.
That they were going to grill the whole time in high school. So that doesn't make you any special. And so like that just shows you that, like, you know, we thought, because they really fooled me. Well, not fooled me, but kind of like were leading me astray with how her interaction is with her husband. Oh, she's all hunky dory and they're having fun together. And like, oh, I do all this like exercise and stuff for you and everything like that. And then it turns out that she's still just this slimy, no good human being. And like, it just makes me want to root for our main character even more to get her revenge. Now, we kind of discussed that even last episode, but like, I just love the whole storytelling in this now that they hit us with a really hard gut punch the first episode. Now the second one has dialed it back a bit, but we still see the same theme. We still want to see how she's going to navigate through overtaking her. The big reveal that the apartment that she was looking for at the end actually overlooks the house. So like we saw that in the first episode, but we're like, okay, it's looking at a decent house, and then she ended up covering up the windows anyways. Well, then we find out, well, now we know why she wanted that apartment, and the big reveal was that house. So now she can even look at her more. And I love how they showed back in 2012, and then even moving forward, going from, you know, Facebook to Instagram with how she's going to follow along with them. And then even the girl that she became a friend with at the material making shop was still right along with her, helping her, at least at that point in time. So,
and even then she said she wasn't going to rush and do it quickly and be sloppy about it. She was going to do everything right.
Very well.
The patience.
And we showed how much patience she had with going through the cut up documents that she put back together, because that's no small feat.
Or playing Go.
Or playing Go, which that was a nice little levity moment for us. I didn't know how to play Go. I didn't even know the name of it until they showed it here.
Same here.
So I would love to actually seen a game from the beginning and how it all transpired, but this was still a really good episode. Really got me jonesing for more, because this is going to be, I think, a really, really good series to watch.
It's just such a relief now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting total Tom Jane, John Travolta Punisher vibes from this. I think the glory now feels to me is like the glory of sweet revenge, like the glory you get from it. But it would be too easy to just go and take them out or do physical harm. It's better to tear them up from the inside.
It's too quick.
So those of you who have seen The Punisher with Tom Jane, I want to say the original one, but the original one, of course, was with Dolph Lundgren. Not his best work, but I digress. In any regard,
Dolph can't catch a break.
He sure did in Rocky IV.
He's doing all right.
He's a legend. You watch it. But in any regard, I think she's plotting and scheming a lot of stuff. She wants to get their garbage. She's learning about them. She's just walked out with the exact same shoes that got purchased for
Yeon.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like, oh, what if she were to casually plant the same shoes in the Aaron boy's apartment, and he happened, why are my wife's shoes in your apartment, and then if the shoes casually go missing from the other place. Look, I think she's plotting and scheming a lot here, and instead of, again, just having the easy revenge, she's going to make this entire group just tear each other apart from the inside.
Ruin
of course,
their lives.
A really interesting end, meeting up with the housekeeper. And I thought the housekeeper, when she had that one request, was going to be, hey, I'm being mistreated by them. But no, she wanted to take out the husband, like her own husband, which I thought was interesting. So it's going to be interesting the direction that they go with that. But
I wonder if that's something where it's like everybody has somebody that's, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but in this world, if it's like everybody has somebody that's doing something to them, and maybe everybody's looking.
I mean, that's a real, you know what? That's a really good insight, and it's a lot of layers to it, because we see that, I forget the woman that was working at the dry cleaner. She thinks they're her friends, and they're just mocking her and being rude to her. Then the errand guy, look, he's got his boss down his neck. The housekeeper's got her husband. I mean, it's like we're learning that everybody has somebody. And I just feel like the fact that this is 16 episodes long, it's going to be like this plotting, every single episode. But again, this was a good one. The only thing that throws it off a little is now she's got a guy that's actually being really nice to her. Seems very genuine.
That moment,
and how do we handle that?
That moment in the hospital when he put the bandage on her, that just, to me, that felt like that's the first time anybody's ever touched her in a nice way, like to provide some kind of help or to heal her in some way. Like that's never happened before.
That was a huge moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy that this was like a night and day difference of the storytelling, which again I do appreciate episode 1 because I do like to see how dark they like to push some stuff.
They had to put some hot spot.
Yeah, I do like what they did here in the second one to kind of give us more groundwork for the story and for Do-hyun. I probably butchered that. Moon. I'll just say Moon. And to kind of see the slow seeds of step 1 is what I'm calling it, of her plan. And yeah, I do think once she kind of gets in a little bit more, I think it might turn out to be, just try to divide within. And then it'll get her, Park, alone, one-on-one. But I'm praying that Park's daughter does not get touched by Moon because... that's going to be a brutal scene if that happens because she made another reference to her early in the episode. And with this timeline, we started somewhere 2012, 2015. 2015, Moon was saying, I'm hoping that you have your daughter. And now we go to, 21 was also touched in 2022. And we saw Park's daughter come in. And she's probably at almost 7 or is 7 now. So it's just like, oh boy, what is Moon going to do? I'm really hoping that eventually the daughter kind of is forgotten. And if there's going to be a focus on hurting somebody, make sure it's the adults, not the kid. The kid had nothing to do with this. But I get it for what Moon, I shouldn't say I get it, but I understand Moon's motive to really hurt Park, but I hope that's not the case. I see you pointing at
just with Korean names, it's actually so the first the Moon, the Park, the Kang, the Lee, those are actually how we would have our last names.
I know. I'm just
America.
saying
It's a little. I know. It's a little bit.
I'm going to butcher the first.
Okay, so I was just and I think you got that. I was just going to point it out just to the people. Like we know, we're looking at.
For us.
We're just trying to
instead of me just constantly getting it wrong. At least I know the words to say, like
Dong-eun and Yeon-jin and Hye-kyo
names wrong on this channel.
So
never.
Of course, in South Korea, they traditionally what we would have as our last name or surname or family name in America they have first. So just to clarify, we're aware of that. It's just for the sake of the reaction. So
and not butchering it as much. With the gentleman, with Moon, I was interested. I thought for sure maybe they would intertwine a little bit.
Well, they played the wedding bells.
Well, that was a transition.
I know, but still, their hands were right there. That was very
that
weird.
could have been a foreshadow.
Very good transition.
Yeah.
Very good
transition, and it could be a foreshadow of a potential relationship. I won't say marriage, but at least a potential relationship, which he was trying a little bit. So that was interesting. Cool to see the game go. I still don't know how to play it, but I'm intrigued now. So I'm glad to see other little games kind of come into play here. The ending, though, that's really intriguing here because like you guys said, there's already plenty of layers in here. So it's going to be interesting to see how Moon really executes to perfection because I feel like if one thing is off for her, I don't know if she'll be able to accomplish what she really wants to accomplish. But that ending there with the maid coming out and wanting to strike a deal of take out my husband and we are good to go, pretty sure that was not in the plans. And it was cool the way they showed the garbage with the shredded paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, it was like, wow, you know, like really cool little details that they're doing to kind of show the audience there too, which I appreciate.
Shredder that does the cross cutting as well.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
just turns it into confetti.
Well, I was
One
going
of
to say, if
pretty
she's planning on, destroying from within and let them destroy each other, she may not want to be the one to take someone out. So that's where I'm intrigued at the beginning of the next episode with how she's going to answer the maid.
Yeah, like that's
because
not her
Here's
thing.
who I wanted to hurt.
Yes.
Not anyone outside of
And,
this.
she says she wants to be the one taking them out. She's she's planting seeds that they take out each other. That's my thing.
Well, and on top of that, Moon's goal with Park and everybody else, it doesn't seem to be, eliminate them. It just seems to be make them have an incredibly terrible, miserable, long life.
Well,
and that's
remember-
not the bag that she's doing. Like the maid wants her to take out her husband. Like, hey, I'm not a hitman for hire here. That's not really what I'm doing here. I'm doing something a little more
methodical.
Yeah, a little more methodical. Thank you.
Yeah, and well, let's keep in mind she did. Yeah, right here. She was talking about what if we get someone to.
Yeah, so maybe she'll have to.
Fringe is supposed to be dirty
she'll
and
have to
violent.
hire it out.
I know a guy with gangster
Have to get a
tattoos.
subcontractor.
There you go. Subcontractor.
But again, she was talking about kill.
She could have the maid take the shoes, sell the shoes to get the money, and then she could take the shoes that she got and plant them in dude's house. Then the shoes would be missing from the wife.
Yep.
But then he would find the shoes and be like, "Why are my wife's shoes at your house?" Oh,
And then it's
all
no more.
in-
There's
a
then it's
lot
no
of-
more
there's a lot
rich
of
lifestyle for Park.
A lot of going
Well,
on.
and Park's words to. Do you think they will kill for me too? So she already has in mind for
Yeah,
that.
maybe we're
Got a subcontractor.
But the way that Park was talking to,
License or-
oh gosh, which one was it? I'm sorry for the actor, but the girl in the white dress.
Yeah.
That to me
she
sounded
was
like a
Lee's,
setup.
Yes.
Well, no, that was the one that was
Sarah
spraying.
was the one that was spraying. The
I think it might
breeze.
be Choi. I could be wrong here, but either way, the girl in the white dress when she was, why didn't you basically just sleep with my husband? I was like, is that a setup or is it just to keep him happy?
Who knows? I think we got a lot to learn.
There's a lot of layers.
A lot of layers.
Which is great because then we get to try to do our thing and try to play
together.
Armchair detective.
And I like how she got so mad over just that she said she had better grades than her in high school.
Yeah.
That's all she got mad. That's what she got so
Well, I'm
upset
sure that
about.
was a
But I think
culture thing.
But I think it was also, but I
Well,
also
and
think it
because
was
her
a
husband-
springboard to how much more are you talking about me?
Well, and her husband got after her for it. Her husband doesn't want her talking out of pocket to anybody or whatever
Yeah.
about their business. So, we haven't seen, he's a pretty, ruthless guy to get where he is. So
He comes off a little cold.
yeah. So again, we'll see how that plays out. But I'm just so glad I can actually sit back and relax and enjoy this now and just take the ride.
Well, hey, they put us in that spot. This show has been great. We know you all enjoyed it. We're really starting to enjoy it. So for Appleton Oak, Time and Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.